The top 10 reasons why agents fail in real estate. Why the hell do 85% of the agents that get into real estate actually fail within 2 years? Well, let's go over that. But before I do, hey, do me a favor, like and share this channel. And if you like the content that's in this video, please share it. It helps us. It helps us continue to grow and continue to do the things that we're doing. So without further ado, let's get into it. When you get into real estate, it's interesting. There are tons of what we call squirrels in real estate. So, number one, chasing squirrels. Is that two R's or one R? I don't know. Anyway, squirrels, chasing butterflies. What do I mean by that? Well, we go to the courses, we go to the classes, we go to all this different stuff that's out there. The challenge is that we try to do all of them and we never get to master one of them. So we don't do it. It doesn't work well. We have issues with it. We have challenges with it. We may not even be told the right thing and the right lead generation pieces that fit us. We may not have gone into and figured out what our personality profile is and found the right lead generation piece. So we start chasing a lot of different stuff. We start throwing a bunch of stuff against the wall to see what sticks. And the reality is that is not going to help us become successful. If you look at a professional athlete and what they do, they find their one thing. They find the sport that works for them, and then they take it and they break down each individual piece and they master those pieces of their sport. Guys, that's what we need to do in real estate as well. If we'll stop chasing squirrels, chasing butterflies, and we'll go after the one thing that really fits us and not listen to all the noise that's out there, then you will succeed, and you will succeed at a higher level than most agents out there. All right, let's get to the next one. Number two, this is a big one. Who do you surround yourself with? You are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. If you go into your office, your company, wherever it happens to be, get on Zoom calls, and it's a bunch of people whining and having a negative outlook. And by the way, I've seen this with tons of coaches and mentors and gurus in the market. All they do is whine, complain, and cause drama and everything else that's out there. If those are the people that you're hanging out with, and you're hanging out with the people that are not succeeding in real estate, well, guess what? You're going to be the sixth one in that group that's not succeeding. And that's the same thing with anything in life. Find the right people, find the proximity to the people who have done it, who have been there, who are doing the things that you want to do, not just in real estate, but be very careful. If their habits are not what you would say something that you would emulate, then be careful of that as well. And what I mean by that, look at them personally. And if that's not the person that you want to emulate, don't have one of those as your 5 people. Got it? All right. Number three, it's the company. No, it is not. Too many agents get into this business and they are dependent on their company to provide them with leads, to provide them with CRMs, to provide them with follow-up, to provide with all of this different kind of stuff. Guys, your company is not going to make you successful. If you are dependent on your company to succeed, you are in the wrong business. You are an independent employer. You are you own a business now. So it's not the company that you're with. If the company were going to make you successful, then all the top agents would be at the same company, and they're not, right? There are top agents that are at every company, and there are agents that fail at every company. When you are going to pick the company, pick it more for the people that you're going to be around. Pick it for the ones that you want to, again, goes back to number two, that you want to emulate, that you want to become, that you want to be like, because that's the company that should be your number one choice in that as well. And be careful. There are a lot of companies that talk a mean game, but if you actually watch what they do and don't get involved in the cooler talk and don't get involved in what the company wording is, and actually evaluate the people that are there, you will make a better decision and you will set yourself up for success as well. So it's not the company, it's not being dependent on the company, it's being dependent on you. You are your brand, period. You can be successful anywhere and you can fail anywhere. So choose wisely in that piece. Number four, You're listening to the wrong agents, coaches, and mentors who haven't actually done it. They haven't been there. They haven't succeeded at a high level. It goes back to, again, the number two piece, right? The 5 people. But when you're listening to the wrong agents, the agents who aren't asking you questions about you, about your personality, about who you are, and finding the right pieces for you to be able to succeed where you are, based on your personality, based on your strengths and things like that, then you're going to have that failure. But when you actually listen to the right people and you listen to other agents who are like you who have succeeded, you listen to mentors who are like you who have succeeded, you listen to coaches who are like you who have succeeded. Not every coach is right for every person. You'd be amazed at the ones that are all about them and you have to do it my way, as opposed to finding the way and meeting you where you are. And there are more of those than there are more good coaches that are out there as well. When you find a coach, here's a big challenge too. And let me give you a warning on this one. If you ever find a mentor or a coach that said you can no longer talk to anybody else, you can no longer listen to any other coaches or mentors or things like that, I'm the only person that you have to call to listen to, run. Run quickly, run fast, and stay away, because one, that is a coach or a mentor that is not confident in what they're doing. They may say they are, they may think they are, but they're not. That is also a coach or a mentor that is trying to get you to fit into their box, not your box. So be careful with that as well. Listen to the ones that have done it, have been there, and have been successful. Let me give you number 5. We don't practice our craft. If you are going to be a basketball player, would you practice? You ask basketball players, how many games do you have a week? 1, 2. Okay, great. You ask soccer players, 1, 2. You ask football players, 1, 2, whatever it is. Do they, the days that they don't have a match, a meet, a game, a competition, are they sitting on their butts on their couch and doing whatever they're doing? No, they're practicing their craft. They're getting up and practicing each piece of whatever their sport is, and they're getting better at each little piece. We fail in real estate because we don't treat the business like that. We think it's, oh, let's just go talk to a bunch of people and that's going to work. Well, it's not. You have to increase your skills, you have to increase your knowledge, and you have to implement the right systems in the process of doing it. And if we don't practice our craft, then we have a much, much higher percentage of failure. If we don't practice our craft, then you're not going to get good at it. You're not going to spend the time to do it. And it's going to be very challenging to actually succeed at the right level as well. All right. So practice, put that into your calendar. Number 6. We focus on the dollar. We focus on the paycheck. This is a big one and a big challenge, because if we're focused on the paycheck, then we're not asking the right questions, and we have a tendency to get real estate breath. We throw up on people thinking that that's what they want to hear, because we don't do that. We're chasing money. If you chase the money in it, then you're not going to be genuine. People are going to steer away from you. And I know that's difficult in a lot of cases, because in some people get into real estate, you just spend $2,000 to get your license, to pass the test, to join a brokerage and a company and all that kind of stuff. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, I know a lot of people who get into it and they're broke when they do that. And I was there. I mean, I was homeless and I had to borrow the money to actually take the class. But what I did do is I ended up making sure that I focused on the people that I was working with. I asked the right questions. I listened, because you guys realize you have 2 ears, you have only one mouth. If we're not asking questions and we're not listening to what the answers are, then it's going to be a challenge as you go. So we have a tendency to focus on the paycheck, to focus on the commission check, as opposed to any of the other pieces of it. For example, asking the right questions, their goals, whether it's a buyer or seller, what do they want to do? What are the most important things for them as well? And how can we help them? So don't focus on the money, focus on the resolution, the result, the consultation, and helping those people achieve their goals. And you're going to win this game of real estate. All right. Number 7. Jack in the box realtor. What do I mean by a jack in the box realtor? How many times have you seen somebody that's gotten a phone call? Oh my gosh, this is Joe. I'm at 123 Main Street. Will you come show it? And all of a sudden they jump up and they run out of the house and they go show that property. Guys, if you are at the beck and whim of the people that you're working with, you're not going to be a professional, and you are going to not control your time. You're not going to control your energy. You're not going to control the trajectory that you're on. We must control our time. There is a much better process than being a jack in the box realtor and jumping up and having this business consume us. It's the calendar functions. It's making sure that we're doing the right things. It is making sure that we are controlling the process, just like a doctor that's in your area. If you're going to go have neurosurgery on whatever it happens to be, or is the doctor going to just jump up and come to you? No, you are going to go and you're going to schedule an appointment. They're going to do a consultation with you. They're going to make sure that they recommend the correct resolution to what your issue is. And then they're going to get their team together and make sure that they perform the surgery or whatever it happens to be in the most professional manner. Guys, that's the same thing. You become a doctor of real estate in your area. If you continue to be the jock in the box realtor, then you're going to have the same results as that realtor as well. So become the doctor of real estate. Control your time, control your energy, control your focus, and you'll also control your results over time. All right. Most realtors that I know are undercover realtors. What do I mean by that? Nobody knows what you do. We talk about talking to our friends and family and things like that, but then we don't want to bother them when it comes down to building our business. If you owned a restaurant and you were opening that restaurant, would you tell every single person every time you saw them to come into the restaurant and give you a try? Of course you would. If you were opening a store that was a retail store, would you have somebody come by and see what you got? Yes, you would. Would you ever, would anybody not know what you did if you owned another business? No. Everybody around you, your friends, your family, everybody within 3 feet of you would know who you are and they would know what you did. That's kind of what we do. Why is this any different? Well, it's not. Okay. The challenge is that we're not competent and confident enough to make sure that people are going to use us and that we know what to say when they ask us questions. We have to stop being undercover realtors. We have to tell everybody within 3 feet of us that we are a realtor, that we are a professional realtor, a professional real estate agent, that we can help them match what they're doing and solve their goals and make sure that they're doing the things that they need to do. So don't be an undercover realtor, because here's where that leads to as well. If you're an undercover realtor, then you're going to fail in the business. Everybody needs to know what you're doing. But that also leads to number 9, because number 9 is one of the reasons that we are an undercover realtor. And that's because we are scared of yes. What do I mean by that? Well, because we go back to the thing about not practicing and not having that, we're not surrounding ourselves with the right people. We're scared of somebody saying, yes, I'll come meet you, because we haven't practiced our craft. We haven't mastered the process of what we're doing. We're scared of yes as a brand new agent. We don't have the confidence. We don't have the competence. We don't have all of the knowledge that we need to be, because again, it takes time to do that. Here's the way to solve that issue. If you would spend 30 minutes a day and just spend 30 minutes a day on practicing your craft, scripts, dialogues, all those kind of things. Spend 30 minutes a day on building your knowledge of the area, the market, what it's doing, absorption rates, different neighborhoods, average prices, things like that. By the end of 30 days, by the end of 1 month, by just spending an hour a day, just 5 days a week, as you're going to know more than probably 90% of the agents in your market. In the end, if you continue to do that process for the next 6 months, you'll be in the top 5% of agents successful in your market. And it doesn't matter where you started, because no one else is doing it. No one in this business is practicing in their craft because they are scared of yes. If you will practice your craft, if you'll get better, if you'll increase again your skills, your knowledge, and implement the right systems to what you do, then you will never be scared of yes. You will love it. You'll expect people to say yes, and your confidence and your competence will come through, and you will succeed in this business. So don't be scared of yes. All right. Leads us to number 10. And this is a big one. Mindset. You are in a business. You own your own business now. This is not what you have seen on HGTV. This is not it. Real estate is a very simple business, but it is not easy. If again, you'll go back and you'll spend the time working on the things that we've talked about, these top 10 reasons, solve these issues, and have the right, that will help your mindset, right? It will, the more knowledge that you have, the more skills that you have, the more positive that you have, the better the people that you hang out with, the right people, the better mindset that you'll have. If you're telling people, if you're confident enough to tell people that what you do, the better your mindset will be. If your proximity to the right people, to the right mentors, to the right coaches, all of those different things are correct, then your mindset will be better. But here's the other piece too. Most people quit too soon. It's going to take time. You've got to do the right form of lead generation for you. You've got to know where you are. You've got to keep that focus of where you are, not chase the squirrels and chase the butterflies all over the place. You've got to make sure that you realize that you are dependent on you, that your success is dependent on you, not your company, not anybody else that's out there. You. That's the only person. When you accept those things and when you realize that your focus should be on the activities, not the result, the lead indicators, not the lag indicators to what you're doing, the basic activities and getting better and improving 1% every day, you're going to knock this business out of the park. It is a mindset game, and the ones that are going to stay in it are going to be there the longest. They're going to have the most success, and they're going to make sure that they change their lives and the lives of the people that they're with. So, all right, guys, those are the top 10 things. Let's go back through them real quick. 1, chasing squirrels. 2, making sure that you are spending time with the right 5 people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Making sure that you are dependent on you. It's not the company. It's not dependent on the company. Number 4, listening to the wrong agents, the wrong mentors, the wrong coaches. Find the right ones that are going to meet you where you are. Number 5, not practicing. Make sure that you practice your craft just like any athlete would, just like anybody else in any kind of profession would. They practice their craft. Number 6, you're focused on the money. If you're focused on the money and the paycheck and the commission check, you're not going to be doing the right thing, and you will lose clients faster than you can gain them. Jack in the Box realtor. Control your time. Control what you're doing. Become the doctor of real estate in your area, and you will become the doctor of real estate in your area. We're undercover realtors. Make sure that you tell everybody within 3 feet of you who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. Don't be an undercover realtor. Scared of yes. How do you fix that? By becoming and working on your skills, your knowledge, and implementing the right systems. That's when you become welcoming of yes and will succeed. And of course, your mindset. It's not what you see on HGTV. It's a simple business. It is far from easy. Focus on the lead indicators, not the lag indicators. Your focus on the activities to build the right habits. Those will go to the results over time. All right, guys. Those are the top 10 reasons that agents fail in this business and how you can solve them as well. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. We will see you back for the next one.